Hey there, welcome back friends. In this video we will talk about Eureka server. Indeed, we will build a Eureka server so that we can configure our application accordingly. Alright, so let's move forward. Here, what is the best way to create a Spring Boot application? One of the best way is start.spring.io. So we will navigate to this Spring initializer. We will navigate and select the defaults, which is okay, which is cool, nice, and we will add the project metadata. Group would be org.steadyeasy, cool enough, and artifact would be Eureka server, good enough. Alright, so here if we select options, you will get this packaging options. Now when it comes to packaging option, you can easily make out that the default packaging option is jar and the version of Java is selected as 8. There is a reason why the default version of Java is Java 8. The reason being Java 8 is the most widely used version in industry. Java 8 is considered to be the best and most stable version. Now friends, Java 8 version is considered to be a better version when compared to Java 9 and 10. That is the reason why version 9 and 10 is not listed here. Directly version 11 and version 12 is listed. Now in couple of months you will also see version 13. But even if you go with Java version 8, it is perfectly okay. It is not a outdated version. Moreover, when we go with Java version 11 or 12, we need to add some additional dependencies in pom.xml. And what I have seen, there is some kind of compatibility issues as of now with Java version 12. Version 11 is good enough, but we will go with the most stable version, which is Java version 8. And later down the line, I am pretty sure that with the later version of Spring Boot, it will fully support Java 11 and 12. And usually what happens is Java version get released and then the version of the softwares are built around the version of Java, so the compatibility will be little backward. So it is good enough, it is good for now. We will go with Java version 8. Alright, and if you have a question that how to add a dependency and what if we make use of Java version 11, you can simply Google, and in Stack Overflow you will get the solution and you will get the dependency which we need to add when we make use of version 11 or 12. Alright, so here we will make use of Eureka server. So here is the only dependency which we need. That's it. We will go small, we will go simple, and let us download it. All right, and here let me minimize STS. Let me also minimize let me also minimize the pop-up. And here inside this store folder I have this Apple and Samsung application. It is not a good idea to keep things on the desktop, but for demonstration purposes it is good enough, and I frequently take backups of these projects, so it is safe. Alright, so let me move this Eureka server zip file here. Let me close Google Chrome. Let me expand this and I will extract this here. So extract here, and I will also delete this zip file. We don't need it anymore. Alright, let me open up the Eureka server. So I will click on open using IntelliJ IDEA. IntelliJ IDEA is good enough because it gives us the mechanism to open and work with multiple projects, and you can use any IDE of your choice. So I will open this in a new window. This will take a couple of seconds to configure. Here we go. Configuration is ongoing, and here if I open up this project Eureka server.application and try to run this, let us check whether we would be able to run this or not, and whether we would be able to open up the server panel or not. So if we try to run this, then it will start running. Let me show you. it will start running. There are like couple of issues, but it will start running. Eureka server Java file, then we can run this, but when I will try to run this, there would be a crash. Let me show you. So for example, we try to run the application, we won't be able to run this right away. There will be some kind of crash, and the reason being, by default, as we have Java 1.8 and Java 12 installed on our system, IDE, the IntelliJ IDE will make use of Java JDK 12 version. Here we go. So we are making use of JDK 12 as a by default version, and it will end up giving up some kind of error. Reason being, when it comes to Java 12, there are like couple of dependencies which we need to add, and these are related to JXB. You can definitely Google for like a Eureka server on Java 12, and you will get couple of search results. That's kind of your task. You can check that out, but my suggestion would be experiment with Java JDK version 11. Somehow I found that with JDK 12 it was not executing properly. There is some kind of compatibility errors. Okay, so try to run Eureka server with JDK 11, experiment, try to check it out, and that will run based on the solutions provided in internet. Alright, so here what we need to do to run this, we will edit the configuration, and here in place of JDK 12 we will select JDK 1.8. so program files, Java, and we will select this JRE 1.8 version, and we will click on OK. So the JRE version for this project will be JRE 1.8. 1.8 or Java 8 are one and the same thing. Java 8 or Java 1.8 are same. Let me apply the changes. Let me try to rerun this application, and this time we are making use of JRE 1.8, and you would be able to see that we will be able to execute this application without any issue. Alright, so as of now we were able to execute this application, but this is not a Eureka server yet. We need to enable this. So here there is this annotation, enable Eureka server. Use this annotation, and this annotation will mark this application as a Eureka server. Moreover, there is a default port number for Eureka server. So simply Google for default port Eureka server, and you will get the default port. It is 8761. Even though you don't get it, you can simply Google, and here is the port 8761. So here what we will do, we will navigate to application dot property, under resources application dot properties, and here server dot port equals, we will give the port number. Alright, and this time way around we will try to rerun this. So we will simply right click this and run, and whenever we make use of these type of microservices, we need to stop and rerun, and IntelliJ is intelligent enough, it will give you this option right away. So we will stop the web server and rerun this. Remember the port number, it's 8761. Now friends, if you wish to use any other port number, then we need to add some additional configuration in our client. We are not talking about client as of now. In our next video we will configure our existing application and make them Eureka client. Alright, so this is up and running. Let us navigate to Google Chrome, and we will navigate to localhost colon 8761, and here we go. So the Eureka server is up and running. There is no instances, there is no client, but this is up and running. This is nice. Okay, there is one unknown application. Now this unknown application is what? This unknown application is the server itself, and we need to also stop this. So how to stop this is something, let me show you. So Google for Eureka.client.register with Eureka. So simply Google this, and even if you Google for Eureka.client, Google will give you a suggestion for this string. Now what exactly is this? So here, navigate to this first search result. There are a couple of properties which we need to add in order to work with Eureka server properly, and here are the properties. Firstly, port number, which we have already seen, and then these are the two properties which are important. We can also use all the 4 properties, even that is okay, but these 2 properties are important. These property will enable Eureka server to prevent registering itself. Okay, so simply copy all of these properties rather. Let me minimize this, and let me paste these property in here. So these properties are good enough. From where I have taken this from the documentation of spring.io, but you can simply copy and paste it from my project file. It is again okay. Okay, so this looks good. Let me try to rerun this application. And this time this application instance will be no longer visible. Alright, the application is up and running. Let me refresh, and here we go, no instances available. Alright, so this looks good. In our next video we will try to make our Samsung application and the Apple application as a Eureka client as well, so that would be interesting. Alright, so that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day and take care.